Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, I'm Cactus Bill. Thank you for tuning in. So each Monday, I'm going to be releasing an article that Katie Joy has written from her archives. Please give it a thumbs up, comment below, hit the subscribe button. Just a reminder that everything I do say is my own opinion. How my son realised he didn't need Jesus to protect him. October 17, 2018 by Katie Paulson. When my 6-year-old son was born, my husband and I decided not to raise him in a church. Neither of us believed in God. For the first 2 years of our son's life, he knew nothing about God. Then my husband's mother passed away, and my son's doctor diagnosed him with multiple life-threatening conditions. After years of being atheists, my husband and I turned to God to make sense of our hardships. Slowly, we began bringing our son to church, teaching him about Jesus and praying with him at night. Then one day, both my husband and I realized we didn't believe in God. The reversal left our son confused, and he lost the protective force of Jesus in his life. After months of confusion for my son, a gift from a friend became the new protective shield for his life. For the first few years of my son's life, we had a fun bedtime routine. So I tucked my son into bed. We would pray to Jesus in the sky. Most nights we thanked Jesus for his toys, pets, and for his friends. Sometimes we talked to Jesus about keeping him safe from the shadows in his room. As we finished our prayer, my son would say, "I love you, Jesus." We followed this routine into my son's 5th year of life, so 3 years. When a child is able to soak in all this precious information, learning about right and wrong, positive influences versus negative influence, which, in my opinion, there was no positivity in the Paulson house. My husband and I volunteered each week at our local church before service. While we assisted parents with Sunday school registration, my son attended class with his friends. Sunday school for my son consisted of playing with kids, singing songs, and learning a story from the Bible. Do you think Katie has taught her son about kindness and treat people how you would like to be treated, and given her son any sense of hope, belief, inspiration that what he is going through? Because I'm pretty sure what he found in religion is completely different to what Katie and Toad found. They were so confused that they returned to the very religion that they turned themselves away from, becoming atheists, but then not having the brain power to go and seek actual psychological therapy, counseling, anything. They revert back to God. I don't think God is the issue. I think the issue is the misunderstandings, the what can we get attitude that these two twits have. I'll link the playlist below of all these articles that I've been reading. I will also link below how the Paulson's parent, which is an important playlist that everyone should check out. At home, my husband and I decorated our house with decorative crosses and wall hangings with passages from the Bible. We often listened to Christian music for children, and he watched Christian programming for children. My son believed Jesus protected every item in his life. Jesus looked over his toys, kept him safe at night, and guarded his friends against harm. By the age of 5, my son believed Jesus was the best thing in the world. We created and reinforced those beliefs in our son by how we lived our lives. Slowly, over time, my husband and I realized that despite our best efforts to believe in God, we could not subscribe to the teachings of Christianity. During a walk with our son, we admitted to one another that neither of us believed in God. While my husband and I felt immense relief in our shared sentiments on God, we knew our change of heart complicated our son's life. For years, we told our son to believe in God and instilled those beliefs in all facets of our lives. However, now we needed to completely alter our course and attempt to erase God from his life. But it's also done with a hate boner, because when you decide that you're not into those beliefs or they don't fit well with what you see for your life and yada, 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 it's an automatic hate. It's a negativity. So let's see how you erased God from your son's life. Did you do it, slowly? Did you talk him through the process? Did you tell him the reasons why you're not into Christianity? Did you explain it properly? Let's see what you did. Let's see. Greatest parents in the world here, always looking out for their son, always have their son's best interests at heart. Shortly after we discussed our beliefs about God, my husband and I started to change things in our home. We removed the crosses from our walls. Faith-based wall hangings were removed from all parts of the house. My husband removed all the Christian decorations from my son's room. We purchased posters to cover his wall. Our son's room became filled with his favourite toys, and dinosaur posters filled up space on the wall. On Sundays, our family stayed at home. My son no longer went to play with friends at church. The first few weeks were tough. For who? He wanted to play and have fun at church. As the weeks passed by on the calendar, we stopped asking about the church and his friends. We deleted all Christian programming off his iPad. As the weeks passed by on the calendar, he stopped asking about the church and his friends. That's so sad. We deleted all Christian programming off his iPad, and we stopped listening to Christian music. He filled his time by learning about dinosaurs and playing with blocks. Why is it always one or the other? Where is your son's choice? Which you talk so highly of. But he doesn't get to have a choice, because even the way that you would have explained this would have been negative. You would have explained to him that Christians are evil or something, for you to just be so cold. Something you believed in that gave him hope, that gave him the sense of believing that he can overcome anything, because that is what religion is at the core. To be kind, look out for people, caring and loving, a community, support. Everything that this child does not get at home, he probably experienced in that 3 years. And you've just silently stopped talking about it, stopped mentioning it, almost like a guilt trip. Conditioning your child's brain. That's what you are doing. You're brainwashing him. He filled his time by learning about dinosaurs and playing with blocks. For the most part, the transition from belief to disbelief wasn't that difficult. For who? And how do you know that he has stopped believing? Because he's telling you? On occasion, our son asked about Jesus or commented on Jesus in the sky. Throughout our transition, I expected him to ask to pray before bed, but he never asked my husband or me to pray with him. Because you've guilted him into not speaking a word ever. Don't even mention Jesus. Otherwise, can you imagine how angry they would have got? How would they have disciplined him? Would they have scolded him? Don't ever bring up that name in this house again. Over time, he spoke about Jesus with less frequency. After several months passed, my husband and I assumed our son had all but forgotten about Jesus. Yet, a new addition to his room by his father elicited a profound realization in my son's mind. A friend from the United Kingdom crafted a beautiful mobile to hang from my son's ceiling. She wanted him to have something to protect him while he slept. When the mobile arrived, my son fell in love with the dinosaurs that hung and spun from the string. My husband hung the mobile next to my son's bed. At night, before he fell asleep, my son watched the dinosaurs gently spin and guard him against the monsters in his room. My son was enamored with the piece, and he fell asleep soundly knowing the dinosaurs protected him. One night, shortly after my husband placed the mobile, my son made a startling admission to my husband. Before my son got into bed, he walked over to the hanging dinosaurs. He looked at his dad and he said, "Daddy, I don't need Jesus to protect me anymore because I have dinosaurs." Sure, Katie, sure. The next day, my husband shared my son's admission with me. I smiled and realized my son's revelation made complete sense. For years, we told my son Jesus protected him and kept him safe. He believed that he was never alone because Jesus was always there. When we removed Jesus from his life, he lost that sense of stability and security that he was never alone. For the first few months before my son had the dinosaur mobile, he had anxiety and difficulty falling asleep. Well, he still has that now because he's iPad addicted, you know? When we removed Jesus from his life, we took away his safety net. After we placed the mobile, he stopped talking about the scary shadows in his room. When he said, "Toad, I don't need Jesus anymore to protect me. I have this beautiful mobile with these beautiful dinosaurs that was sent from the United Kingdom all the way to my bedroom. Really, your son's just telling you what you want to hear. I'll make my parents know that I believe in dinosaurs now. Yes! By replacing Jesus with dinosaurs, my son felt protected and confident he wasn't alone. I realized then that Jesus was never God to him, but an idea that kept him safe from harm. That's what religion is, Katie. Okay, it gives you hope when there's no hope. When your life is so fucking dire because your mum won't stop fucking talking negative about you're not hitting any milestones, not developing the same as other children, you're not normal, you're a burden on her life. You know, the first time in his life, he had positivity. He had people in his life showing him through action to be kind, caring, respectful to other people. And Katie's just ripped that all away from him because she misunderstands the teachings of Christianity, in my honest opinion. He's 10. They're still feeding him dinosaurs. Let's not take the dinosaurs away. What if we take the dinosaurs away? Then he won't believe in evolution. He might start believing in God again. What will I do with it? I'll be an atheist and my child will be into God. I learnt a profound lesson from my son that day. God, for our family, was never something we believed in. Instead, God was a way for all of us to feel protected and secure. To leave our faith, we had to find other means to fulfill that desire for security. My husband and I have found ways to feel secure. Mead, every day. Drink, makes me feel safe. I believe strongly in science and evolution as the reason for our existence. My husband is now a heathen that reads about Norse mythology. Both of us find a way to feel safe in our lives. For my son, his security is now found in dinosaurs. As long as he feels secure and confident, I can happily get on board with believing in the power of the dinosaurs on his mobile. Everyone needs a way to make sense of their time on this planet. I'm grateful my son now believes in dinosaurs. And he told me, so that must mean that he does. And he doesn't believe in God anymore because I rule the roost. Thanks, Katie. What do you guys think? It's a bit of a mindfuck for a child. Where do you sway? Let me know in the comments below. Give this video a like, subscribe, and like I said, I upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Please take care out there.